All right, this is Vic from V-Drive bringing it to you. 2026 Chevy Equinox Activ package. Not only this is the very nice looking SUV, it's also one of the best selling SUV in the North America as well. Following the RAV4, Toyota RAV4 footsteps, you know, it's chasing its numbers, and that proves also that not everything needs a hybrid engine just to be the best-selling one in the market. And let's just dive into it. Look at this beautiful shape that they have designed for the 2025 and the 2026 models, and obviously it comes with a price tag of $49,900 on this specific package with the features that it's built. But let's just start by looking at these nice looking LED lights that you can see, the daytime running lights. It gives you a nice look to it, and you have the blacked out grille. As you can see, there is a lot of opening in between that almost looks like the advanced BMW with a wider teeth, and you have the blacked out grille in between too. You have the blacked out bow tie and blacked out bottom fascia there too. Everything is gloss black. Right here is the blacked out plastic. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm just going to skip that for now. We just started. You have the block heater socket on the side right here, and you can just use the wire just on the side, which is way convenient. And you have your night lights right here with the fog lamps being right below here. So overall, it's a really good design. And if you look behind that grille there, you have the aero shutters that open and close based on the temperature. Now you have the same aero shutters down below as well for your transmission coolers as well. Based on the temperature, it's going to trap all the heat behind it. And right there is your front-facing camera, part of your 360 camera. Now, come to the side right here, you have the all-terrain tires. That does not mean you can take this vehicle off-road. I'm not going to set that kind of expectation, but you can take this vehicle on any kind of country roads, and it'll be way convenient for you. You have the disc brakes behind, aluminum brushed rims, gunmetal wheels with the aluminum brushed on top of that, and the tire size is 235/65 R17. And on the side, as you can see, you have the all black molding all around here. Color of the vehicle is sterling metallic. You have the blacked out Equinox badging on the side right here. Keyless entry at the front, but no keyless entry at the back. Kind of disappointing, but it's what it is. You do have your blind spot detection on the side right here, and on top you have the roof rails, and you can put your side rails in case that's something what you need to be. You can also add another $700 package where you can have the blacked out roof on this vehicle. That will increase the look of this vehicle even more. Now, the size of the fuel tank is about 56 liters, which is not the massive one in the market, but for this size SUV, it's still the biggest one. Now, coming to the back right here, you can see these LED lights that looks really good. There's a nice design to it. Goes two ways right here and meets in the middle right here. Equinox all-wheel drive, which is blacked out, same with the Activ badge here too. No towing package on this, but you can put a custom hitch on this one that can help your vehicle to tow about 15,000 pounds, and your backup sensors are right on top of this bumper here too. You have a backup camera, which is part of 360, blacked out badging here, and you have a rear camera mirror that also has a washer, so which I'll show it to you when we get inside the vehicle. Now, if I'll press this button here, the whole back opens up. Plenty of space here in case you want to throw a couple of bodies. You can definitely do that as well. And you can throw these seats down too just by pushing these buttons like this. And you have a lot more space right now, and you can basically do a little bit of a camping here in case you wanted to do that too. Now, you have the flip open option here. You can throw a bunch of stuff here. You can take these screws out, and you have your spare tire underneath this area. And if you're wondering what kind of spare tire it is going to be a donut. And you can move this whole space in case you wanted to move it out of the way. And you have plenty of space inside as well. And I will also like to mention you do have a DC port at the back as well, just in case if you need a tire inflator kit, you can use that to put some air into your tire. And you have the power option here for your tailgate here. Thank you so much for watching our video this far. I really appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. Now, this is the standard key that you get with Chevy or any other GM vehicle. Remote starter, lock and lock button, all that kind of stuff. And with the 2025, 2026 models in North America, with all the GM vehicles, especially if they are gas vehicles, you'll also get your 8 years of remote access, not the OnStar, not the one where you can ask for help and call police or fire department or ambulance in the case of emergency. That you can still do it with the SOS button there, but you can use your 8 years of remote access and you can track your vehicle anywhere in the world. Now, get back to the powertrain of the vehicle. In this specific one, you have 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine here that is putting out 174 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. compared to 8-speed transmission. This specific vehicle is all-wheel drive, but in America, in the United States specifically, you can also have this engine, the same engine, same power, but lesser torque with the CVT transmission, which is only going to be front-wheel drive. Right now, I have a question to ask to you guys. It's 1.5 turbocharged engine. Now, to all the people who are owning this vehicle, I haven't had anybody really complaining about the power, because it's more like a city vehicle. But I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think GM should put some sort of a bigger engine, maybe a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, or is it too small for you? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. I want to touch base on one more thing. So in the midst of all the SUVs buying decisions, I want you guys to consider one more thing. So with the Equinox, or the equivalent of Equinox, which is GMC Terrain, they have this all-wheel drive system, which is pretty neat. Now, when other brands, the Japanese brand or the Korean brand says their vehicle is all-wheel drive and it's front-wheel biased, you can keep the vehicle in front wheel only. With that being said, there is still power goes back to rear wheels. But in terms of GM vehicles, when you keep this vehicle only in front-wheel drive, there is no power going back to rear wheels. That can save you about 3 liters per 100 kilometers. Now, just to put that in perspective, there is going to be a full disconnect of drive shaft from front to back. I know that can be a little too technical, but I just wanted to share that with you. Talking about the fuel economy, I personally had a GMC Terrain and an Equinox as well for a couple of months there. The average fuel economy that I was getting, that was roughly about that 7.5, 8 liters per 100 kilometers. And understand, I have a heavy foot, so that's where it was coming from. But let's get into the interior so I can show it to you what it's packing, and we'll go for a test drive after that. All right, let's get inside. All right, let's get inside the vehicle right now. You can see it has a beautiful looking interior right here. This interior is called maple sugar leather interior. Of course, you have the maple sugar look right here with the brown stitchings. You have the gloss black right around here, and you have your hard plastic all around here. You have the button to open up your tailgate, power options for your windows, the mirrors, the memory seats in this specific one, and you have the power seats with the lumbar support here too, right? Leather on the bolsters right here. And you have the suede finish, maple sugar finish in the middle here. You have the active badge here, and you have some extra personality all around here too. Looks really cool. And if you look at these air vents, I really want to touch base on that. It has a really nice piano glass material right here that looks really neat. And this vent right here almost looks like a turbine. And you have the all-wheel drive, the auto hold buttons and all that kind of stuff. And interior-wise, this is what you get. You have the leather wrap steering wheel. Not flat bottom in this one, you'll have to go with the RS. You have the paddle shift at the back for the first time in the 2025-2026 model. And you have cruise control, which is adaptive, heated steering wheel. And if you'll press these buttons, you can also throw your map right on the screen, which is still calibrating. No heads-up display for the 2025-2026 models. I don't know why, but that's okay. And GM also did one glitch. I don't know, glitch, probably a thoughtful move to save some cost. There is no Bose stereo system into the GMC Terrain, which is the equivalent of this one, or the Chevy Equinox, which to me, you're spending about $49,000, $50,000 and there is no Bose stereo system. Come on, just stop playing, right? And you have this big touch screen right here with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And I'm just gonna close this door so I can show it to you how the camera looks like right here. 360 camera, you can see everything around your vehicle right here, the tire moving, all that kind of stuff here. That looks really, really neat. And you do have your inbuilt Google map, which I was talking to you about right here. And this is your rear camera mirror. And every time you use your rear camera mirror, you do this, it washes your camera, and you can see how the whole functionality happens here. Full panoramic sunroof, which is still very neat. And you have these oh, here, that's me, right, with the lights and everything, the sun visor here. You still have all the functionality for heated and cooling seats, all the buttons. Climate control system is still with the buttons, and you can also use Google. For example, hey Google.
To do that, you'll need an internet connection.
You still have all the functionality for your climate control system. You can press all the buttons for your heated and cooling seats, which is really good in case the screen freezes down, especially in my province, which is Alberta. I never saw that happening, but if that happens, you can still use your climate control system, and you can use Google to regulate the temperature inside here too. Plenty of space here, USB-C port, wireless charging here, and you have a specific big bulky button just to change the modes. And I know it's pretty important, right? Normal, off-road, and snow and ice just basically tunes your traction. You have the gloss black all around here, cup holders placed for your change, and you have a center storage right here too, and you can move this bad boy forward and backward if you like. Overall, nice placement for the dash. You have the nice leather wrap all around, maple sugar all around here. Looks really cool. Like, I would say it's a perfect blend of a little bit of a luxury and convenience and all the features there too. Now, let me just show you the back seats. All right, let's get to the back seat of the vehicle here too. Just so you know, I'm 6'2". My front seats are in a way that I sit all the way back, pretty lazy. But I'll show you the space at the back now. Obviously, if I'll sit a little bit properly, I'll have more space right here, but it's what it is. I'm gonna accept who I am, right? Plenty of space right here. My head is not really touching. I can definitely fit one more person here, or I can use this armrest as it is with the cup holders. I do have heated seats at the back and USB-C port. And I would like to point out one big thing. Imagine, and if you have a big baby, you know, sitting in the middle right here, and you have two people sitting all around here. Do you want that person to have his leg raised, or you want some sort of a flat bottom, which this one is? Just think about it for a second, right? Flat bottom, even though it's an all-wheel drive vehicle. If you look at any other brand which is all-wheel drive of this category, Volkswagen Taos, Tiguan, RAV4, Honda CR-V, all of them will have some sort of a bump in the middle that's going to resist the capability of you having a third person in the middle. Now, let's go for a quick drive so I can show it to you how it handles. If you want to watch a video where you do not want me to say any word and just show you the car, and you just want to have the ASMR feeling, please check the link at the very end of the video. You'll be able to see that. With that, let's go for a drive. All right, here we are inside our 2026 Equinox. Man, the car, the layout, the colors and everything, it just makes so much sense in my opinion. And I'm sure some of you guys must agree with me with that too, right? There is some sort of a personality with this vehicle, especially with the interior colors and all that, right? So first off, let's just start talking about a little bit about the visibility, the blind spots and all that. First thing first, I'll have to mention this, especially by having the rear camera mirror. It's going to give you really good visibility, about 100% more than the regular mirror, which is just like this. If you have three people sitting at the back and everybody's tall just like me, then you won't be able to see through that glass there. But if you flip this, it's all the way at the back. As long as it's clean, which you can do it just by doing this, you know, it's all set, right? And you do have the blind spot detectors on both the side mirrors there, which is pretty neat. And you don't really have to worry too much. You can see everything around you. There is enough sunlight coming through sunroof there too, so there is good amount of visibility, especially that rear glass there at the back too. That might be a little bit of a problem, but you can take those headrests away too if you really like. Talking about the sound deadening in this vehicle, that might concern you a little bit. Not too much, a little bit. Especially because of this specific package, you have all-terrain tires in this one. Those tires are a little bit noisy. Those are grabbers there. That's how they are. But again, if you'll buy any other Equinox that does not have those tires, just the all-season tires, you'll just be fine, especially on a highway there, right? You also have these little mics right here that catches all the unwanted noise and make sure it can cancel it out with the help of the speakers there, just like your sound deadening idea within your iPhone, Apple earbuds or Samsung earbuds. Similar idea inside the vehicle too. It's on the version 3 right now, which is pretty sick. You do have the adaptive cruise control here too, as you can see. That looks really good, and you can switch it to adaptive cruise, which is not right now. Now it is. It's going to slow you down based on the person in front of you. Talking about the power, it's a small engine. You can go for a road trip, no problem. But if I really say it has a lot of power that's going to wow you, it's not going to happen. It's a daily driver car. I also wish that GM would put some sort of a 2.5 turbocharged engine that has more power and torque, but that's not the case. But let's just test some power for you guys and show it to you how it handles. Alright, I'm stepping all the way on the pedal, by the way. So engine is definitely going to make a little bit of a noise because it's a smaller engine. We're trying to get more power out of that using the turbo. But would I deny the fact that it's zippy? You know, that's the question there. It goes. I mean, you step on it, it goes. Yes, it makes a little bit of a noise, but that's about it. The steering wheel is really thick. In the previous year model, it was a little bit slimmer. This one looks like it gives some protein to the steering wheel. Feels really good. I'm going to try to put this vehicle into the manual mode. You press this L button here, and you can shift the transmission automatically here. One thing I'll have to point out, when you do have your inbuilt map or the Apple CarPlay or Android map is hooked up. Instead of you looking into this screen right here, you can directly look into this screen. I mean, look at this. This could be a little bit of a distraction, right? But you can turn that off and you can see exactly what's going on right over here, right? Everything is just so smooth. You can see exactly where you need to go. It's going to give you directions, right? You can't zoom in or zoom out. It's not a touch screen. But you know what? It's still very handy enough in my opinion. Seat comfort, 10 on 10. Last year models that Chevy Equinox or the GMC Terrain had, those seats were slightly bit harder. They definitely did some work, but put a little bit of a suede in it. And of course, as I have talked time and time again in this video, the maple sugar seats looks really sick in my opinion. Suspension, it's still the independent suspension front and back. There is no effect of suspension tuning when you change the drive modes. For example, if I change the drive modes to off-road, snow, ice, or normal, it's not going to change your suspension stiffness. It's not an adaptive ride. I hope you guys really understand that. If you go to the dealership, they might say that it's going to tune your suspension, but it won't. It just changes the traction, the way your vehicle react based on the snow and ice mode, the off-road and all that kind of stuff. That's the only thing that's going to be handy there. But with that, we are done. Thank you so much for watching. This is all I have to say. And as I mentioned, if you want to watch a video where I have nothing to say, just the pure driving and touching the vehicle in any right or wrong way, as you may think, ASMR, I mean to say, or no vocal, please click on the link at the very end of the video. But with that, we are done. You have yourself a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe on the way out. Thank you so much.